All right, welcome everybody. This is Vishan Borich from Team Tough, also known as the Tough Mama, and we're here with our Monday Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. So if this is your first hangout with me, I'd like to welcome you and encourage you to go ahead and log in down below. You'll see there's a chat window where you can participate, ask questions, say hello to the other folks that are out there, and just leave me a message so that I know that you made it and that you are watching today's hangout. So I hope you're ready. Today, we're going to be going through how to find great keywords for ads and blog traffic. So we're going to give you all kinds of good details on that. Get your notebooks ready because keyword research is a biggie. It's a really important milestone or step to growing any business, especially an online business. So if you're watching this today, I'm really talking to those of you that have an online business and are looking for methods to grow that business and to make it a regular income stream for you and your family. If you don't have an online business and you're looking for one, then either A, get with the person who invited you on this hangout and ask them for a link so that they can, you can join them and they can be your mentor. Or if you would like me to be your mentor, then you'll see a join button down below and you can click on that to join Team Tough, and that's going to get you in contact with me personally, and I will help get you set up with your own online revenue making business. All right, so let's get started with today's presentation. I am going to be flipping my screen around. I'm going to double check right now before I do that, make sure everybody can hear me. We had a funny instance of one of these hangouts where I was just talking and ends up I was on mute. So let me double check. If you're out there, just comment down below that you can in fact hear me. I'll give that a moment. All right. I see a few people out there. I'm going to shout out to the ones I see that are on the hangout today. Charlene, shout out to you. Michelle, shout out to you. Richard, good to see you. And Michelle, thanks for letting me know you can hear me and see me. All right, so I'm going to flip my screen around. If I lose you for some reason, sometimes when I flip, my computer decides it wants to kick me out. I will jump right back on. So just bear with me, and we're going to flip the screen as we speak. All right, I think we got everybody. Let me pull up my view here. Okay, good. I'm still hearing people, so I'm assuming you can still see me. All right, great. So I do have a slide presentation to start, and then I'm going to go right into the tutorial today so that I can show you exactly how you can start doing great keyword research right away. All right, so this is how to find great keywords for ads and blog traffic. So here's an overview. What I'm going to be teaching you today are what are keywords. There's a lot of misconception about what they are and what they aren't, so I'm going to talk about that. Why do we use them? When to use keywords? And then finally, how do you find good keywords? We're going to give you a step-by-step tutorial today so that you can find good keywords by the end of the day if you choose. All right, so let's go right into it. What are keywords? Well, keywords, they are a phrase, not is. They are a phrase, sentence, or series of words that someone might use to search for content online. All right, the best keywords are typically 3 words or more. Longer is usually better, and they call that long tail. So for instance, how to teach a dog to sit is a long tail keyword. How to roast a turkey that's moist is a long tail keyword. But if you just look up turkey recipe, then that's not a long tail keyword. It's only 2 words. So when you are looking for keywords, you want to look for something longer. And the reason for that is when somebody is doing a search, think about it. If you're in a search engine such as Google and you perform a search, initially you might type in 1 or 2 words in the search bar, right? But then as you don't find what you want, you'll go back and you'll edit what you typed in and type in a longer search term, because that's going to get you better results. right? So it's the same concept. If you want to pinpoint exactly what somebody is looking for, then you need to use a very specific and detailed keyword phrase in order for them to find what they're looking for. Usually towards the end of someone's search. So in other words, they've been searching for a while and they aren't finding what they're looking for, but towards the end of their search, they will get really specific on what they're looking for. And it's those keywords that are the sweet spot that allows you to drive traffic to your blog, to your website, etc. So let me go on to the next one because I just kind of gave away the next one is, why do we use them? Well, the first reason is you use it to generate more traffic. If you are using good keywords, that can be part of your search engine optimization. It can help drive more traffic from web browsers right to your blog or web page or a video or even an image if you're posting a specific piece of art. So this is the main reason that I use keywords, is to generate more traffic. The second reason to use it is to locate your target audience. And this is a whole other deep area, and we'll touch on this today, but really I could do an entirely separate presentation on how to find your target audience using keywords. And we will plan to do that in the future, but today I just want you to keep in mind that keywords can be used for a lot of reasons, and the most important thing is to drive traffic. Okay, so let's press on here. So when do we use these keywords? Well, specifically if you're using them to drive traffic, you're going to use them as the title of your blog or video. So let's say that you're writing a blog today, instead of just slapping a title up there that you like, why not use an actual keyword, the keywords that you looked up, because then you're going to have better success. People are actually searching for that. And so when your blog pops up with the exact keywords that they typed into the Google search engine, think about how much more powerful that's going to be and how many more people are going to find what you wrote. The same goes for video. I've spoke on this in regards to YouTube. I use YouTube a lot in how I market my business and myself and other clients. And anytime that I create a video and upload it to YouTube, I make sure that the title of my video is named with the keywords that I pre-searched for. And I also make sure that somewhere in the description that it has those keywords. So for example, you want to use keywords at least 3 times in the body of your blog, your website, or in the description. So this would be, and you can also use it in tags. Tags are another area where you want to type in the exact keyword. And when I say keyword singular, I really mean the whole phrase, just to be clear. But you're going to type that entire phrase as your tags, which are to help search engines find you. And we'll show you a couple examples of that here in just a little bit, okay? And then finally, you want to use them in placing ads to find your target market. So some of you do Facebook pay-per-click. I know a few people who do Google ads and things like that. When you are searching for a target, you can use keywords in order to find them. Like I said earlier, we're not going to go deep on that, but I want you to consider that before you place an ad. You might want to do a little research to see if the area you're seeking to target is actually something that people are searching for. And that's a great way for you to know if your ads are going to be successful or not. If nobody is searching for what you're planning to advertise for, then you probably aren't going to be as successful as you think. But if there's a lot of people searching for the solution or product that you're promoting, then you might have much better luck. All right, let's press on. So how do you find great keywords? Well, here are my favorite tools, okay? The first two especially. The first one is Google Keyword Planner. This is my go-to area, and I'm going to be specifically training you today on how to use the Google Keyword Planner to find great keywords. Another one that gives you more of ideas, and I apologize in advance for the name of this. I didn't come up with it. The person who did must have had a really interesting sense of humor. But the name of the tool is called KeywordShitter.com. And this particular tool, both of these are free tools, by the way, but this one specifically, if I can spit it out, helps you to find great keywords. It's not going to tell you how often they're searched though, like Google Keyword Planner will, but it will give you some ideas if you're stuck that you can then type into the Google Keyword Planner to see if it's a good search term. This is gonna make a lot more sense when I go in and actually show you the tutorial. But for now, those are the two that I use on a regular basis. And then there are other keyword search tools out there, like for instance, Bing. Some of you like to use Bing instead of Google, or maybe in tandem with Google. Bing has its own search keyword planner. So feel free to, whatever you learn today, you can apply that to any search engine. As far as like Bing or any of the others that are out there. There are a couple companies who have a paid keyword search tool such as SEMrush and JumpShot. You can always look into those. Some of those have a lot more bells and whistles. They can tell you not only what's been searched for in Google, but they could tell you what's been searched for in other search engines. So you might experiment with those depending on your business. Personally, I don't use those, but I wanted to let you know there are other options out there. And if you're really into keyword research, then you might want to look into those as well. There is one other thing that I wanted to let you know about, is that once you get good at keyword research, this will translate into other areas. For instance, you can do keyword research within YouTube. YouTube has a search. You can search for keywords there to see what types of videos pop up. And then from there, look at the amount of traffic that those top videos have to see if that's a good area for you to create videos. You could also use it for Instagram. For those of you that use Instagram or even Pinterest as well as one of your social media marketing tools, you can use it to find great hashtags. And again, this is a whole other training I could dive into, but once you get really good at keyword research, you can translate that to other areas, and it can really help you in your business in pinpointing your target audience. All right, so that's the end of that presentation. So now we're going to dive right in to how to do this keyword research. So let me come over here. Okay, so we're going to start off with Google AdWords. Okay, just a couple notes on Google AdWords. In order to find it, the web address is kind of long. Just go to Google. And this is the keyword planner is what we're looking for. If you go into Google and you type in keyword planner, it's already coming up for me right here. The very first one that comes up should be this, Google AdWords keyword planner. So just go ahead and click on that. Once you do so, it's going to take you to a page that looks kind of like this. And if you've never been into Google AdWords before, you will have to create an account. And you'll see that in the upper right-hand corner. You'll just click Create an Account. And as I understand it, it's been a while since I created a new account because I've had one for years. But as I understand it, if you're creating a brand new account today, they do require that you enter in a credit card. However, they aren't going to charge your card unless you actually place an ad with Google. So once you've entered your credit card and created an account with Google AdWords, what a lot of my colleagues did was they then went in and just deleted their credit card so that they don't have to worry about accidentally buying an ad and not wanting it. Does that make sense? Because the only thing that we want out of Google AdWords at this point, unless you really do plan on running some ads with Google, is their keyword planning tool. All right, so just remember, once you get in here, you have to fill out some information, then click continue, and then it'll just kind of walk you through, and you'll have to enter in your credit card, and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so that just gives you a little primer on getting into Google AdWords. So I've already got an account open, so let me go to that. Oh, hey, let me see what you guys are up to. All right, we got people still out there. This is how I track my chat roll. Now you know my secret. Okay, so I'm going to come in here to Google AdWords. And when you first come in, obviously you'll click on Login. And then you'll see all these different tools that are here. The only thing you need to do is come right over here to Tools. And then you'll see in the Tools navigation, there's an area that says Keyword Planner. So just click on Keyword Planner. Okay, and then it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. All right, so what you want to do is click on this very first tab. It says search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category. Okay, so click on that. And then down here, there's several boxes. The only one you really need is this top box. It says enter your product or service. All right, so here's how I use this. Is I'm going to type in several keywords or categories that I want to search for. So we're just coming off of Thanksgiving, so I thought I would use kind of a Thanksgiving themed keyword search today. But you know, of course, you don't have to use any of these. This is just for example purposes today. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in, let's see, how to roast a turkey. Okay, so then you just hit return. Like if you have multiple keywords you want to search for, just hit return and then type in a few more. So then how to fry a turkey, fried turkey recipe, roast turkey recipe. You guys are probably sick. If you're in America, you're probably sick of turkey by now. At least I'm partially sick of it. We've already had it, you know, 2 days in a row. All right, so here we go. So I just typed in a few. I just kept hitting return and just typed in a few. And then all I'm going to do now is come down here and say get ideas. And it takes just a moment. All right, so it gives you some average monthly searches here, but we aren't concerned about that. What we're concerned about is down here. Now there's two tabs. There's add group ideas, and then there's keyword ideas. Okay, I'm going to show you both, and you can see how to use either one of them. So with the add group ideas, this helps categorize because I typed in several different keywords here. This will help categorize the ones that I typed in. Like this one has roast recipe. So you can see right here, it has 24 different keywords that are there. Okay, so let's just click on it and I'll give you an example. So if I click on that, now it's going to show me some keywords by relevance to the roast recipes. So if I look down here, the main thing, sorry, I'm hovering over all kinds of stuff, but the main thing you want to look at is the average monthly searches column. Okay, so if you want to write this down, here is my sweet spot for good keywords that are out there. Okay, number one, it has to meet if you want to put it as benchmarks, it has to reach my benchmark of having a minimum of 3 words as the keyword phrase. Okay, the second sweet spot is it has to have a minimum of 100 monthly searches, and for me, I go a maximum of 600 monthly searches. Okay, there's been rare instances when I've gone over that, but I try to keep it within 100 to 600 monthly searches. That's important because if you get too high, like if I get into the upper thousands, then there's just too much competition out there, and it's hard for whatever you're targeting to show up because there's so many other people that are targeting those same keywords. The other thing I wanted to let you know is this doesn't matter. You see where it says competition, where it says low, here's a medium, and then I may have one that says high. I don't know, probably not. If I had one that said high, that doesn't matter. The only reason that low, medium, or high would matter is if I was planning on running a Google ad campaign. So for the purposes of this training, I'm going to use my keywords to either A, create a video that's targeted to those keywords, or B, to give my blog a good title or post, a web page post, so that people can find what I'm talking about. So those are the reasons I'm using it. So it doesn't really matter what my competition is. It doesn't matter any of this other information. The only thing that matters to me is the average monthly searches. Okay, so again, that's 100 to 600 average monthly searches is my sweet spot. Okay, so as you can see, we've got some different ones here. Most of them are pretty low as far as average monthly searches. Like this one only has 10. So I know I'm not going to use this because it doesn't have enough. This one's good. It's got 110, but recipe for roasted turkey, it's not really targeted enough for me. I want somebody that's at the end of their search. So I'm going to go back. And there's all kinds of stuff here, but here's the one I like. I like keyword ideas. So I'm going to click on this next one, keyword ideas. This is the second tab over. Okay, now by default, it's going to show you the most searched. So like this one, how to roast a turkey. Average monthly is 9,900 searches. That's a lot. That's pretty high. And I want to show you something as well. If I hover over right here, this little, it looks like a little grid. If I hover over that, what it's going to do, it's going to show me the average monthly searches. Now, obviously, here in the US, the most common search for turkey roasting is in the month of November, because that's when our Thanksgiving is, and a lot of people roast turkeys in November. So you can see that this one has a lot of searches, over 90,000 searches in November, but then it kind of tapers down. There's a few people that search for it in December, and almost none like in June and July. Okay, so if you see something like that, then like if you're going to be advertising, you probably want to be advertising in the month of November, because that one, it gets a lot of searches during that month. Okay, so let's scroll down. You can see here it's going to give you even more ideas. One of the things you can do is click on the header, like where it says average monthly searches. You can click on that and resort this, highest to lowest or lowest to highest. So, look at this. This is just a one-word keyword. It's not good at all. It's got over 450,000 searches. It's not targeted. I would never use just the one-word keyword. I wouldn't even use a two-word keyword. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to resort so it goes lowest to highest. Okay, so now we're in the 10, so we need to go into the hundreds or higher. So I'm going to move this to 100 search results. I'm just toggling some switches here at the bottom. You scroll to the bottom, and then let's go to the next page. Okay, now we're in the hundreds, so that's good. So let's go, I guess it started right here. Injectable turkey marinade. Well, this one's pretty targeted. Look at this. How to cook a moist turkey breast. It's very targeted. They're looking for moist turkey, not dry turkey. It's a how-to, so they probably have been searching for recipes for a little while in order to find this particular recipe that they were looking for. So all you got to do is copy this, and then what I do is I open up like a notepad. See if I've got my notepads open down here. It doesn't look like I do right now. But you want to open up like a notepad or a Word document or something like that, and just paste the keyword in there. And then I'll type in next to it how many searches it had. So again, I mean, this particular topic that we're searching for is going to have the most searches in November, but it gives you an idea as to how to do an actual keyword search. So there's one, and then let's just scroll down. These are okay. I mean, they're in the hundreds, but I don't feel by reading it that this is something that somebody's at the end of their search trying to find that particular keyword. So let's go to the next page. Okay, now we're in the 200s. Okay, well, this one's not dealing with roast turkey, but here's healthy recipes for ground turkey. Oh, and look at that. This one has good traffic throughout the year. So that's really nice. Even in January, it looks like it's got a lot of hits in January. So that might be a good one if you're looking for a topic that has longevity to it other than just a once a month deal. Then this might be a really good topic or a good keyword phrase. Turkey recipes for Thanksgiving, roasted turkey recipes Thanksgiving. Obviously, this one's going to be Thanksgiving, so it's all November. Stuffed turkey cooking times. So I hope you're getting the ideas. Oh, here's another one. Best way to cook a turkey. Well, it still only has, I'm looking at the chart, it only is getting recipes here. How to make turkey brine. So now we're getting really specific. Can you tell what I'm doing right now? We're getting specific, and this does take time. I want to give you some tips, is that when you're doing keyword research, this probably takes the most time out of any of your other things that you do, because you need to really start getting into the mind of the person performing the search and think about what problem are they trying to solve, and is this something that you want to blog about, And B, is it something that you want to create a video on, or is it something you want to advertise towards? And if that's the case, then go ahead and copy, you know, the actual search term and put it in a little spreadsheet or on a document, and plan to blog on this or plan to do any of the things that I just mentioned. So I'm going to just go ahead and go to the next, but you get the idea. And once you found a few that you like, then you can go ahead and start blogging. Okay, make sure that when you blog that you actually use that in the title, number one. Number two, you don't want to change it at all. Like if I were to use that very top one, which was pretty good because it lasted throughout the year. Let's see, what was that? I think it was back. It was like healthy turkey recipe. It might have been on the page before. Anyhow, whatever that one was before, let's just say it was how to prepare turkey for deep frying. What I want to do is I want to use this exact phrase in my title. I don't want to add any other words in between, even if it's poor English, the way that they phrased the search term. I don't want to change it at all, because if you do that, you're not hitting the exact keywords that people are searching for. And we know for a fact, at least from Google, that this exact term is typed into a search bar at least 140 times per month. So you want to make sure that you're hitting that audience. All right. The other thing, make sure you use this search term throughout your post. So use it exactly as it is at least 3 times within your post. You also want to use it at least 3 times within your video description. Okay. So I'm going to go back here to my videos to show you an example. Okay, I don't know if I did it for this one because some of these I just uploaded recently, so I may not have edited. So this one is what 3 things you need to have a successful online business. So one of the things I did, one of the things that I do is I make sure, number one, the headline, the keyword phrase is in the headline. Then I come in here and I don't know if you can see all this. Hold on. In here, I actually type out a bunch of paragraphs in which I include that phrase. And so I typed out several different paragraphs to include that phrase so that it's going to improve the odds that this particular video gets found. The last thing that you want to do is if you're doing this for video purposes to get your videos seen more frequently, is under info and settings. I'm going to go ahead and click on the pencil tool. You'll see there's an area down here this is where the tags are, where I would take this phrase, and the actual keyword were 3 things you need to have a successful online business. So I didn't break that part up. I just added, I added the word what in front. So the keyword is still intact. So then what I did was I copied that and I made that one of my tags in my video so that it gets more visibility. And then you might add a couple more keywords. And I just put like online business. You might even have how to create a successful online business. Now, if you search for other keywords that are related to that, then you can add that as tags. I wouldn't add more than 3 to 8 tags. That's my general rule of thumb, is to have 3 to 8 tags per video so that it gets good SEO juice, which is search engine optimization. Okay, and then you make sure you save any changes that you make. Now the same thing goes for your actual blog post. And I don't have that open right now, but what you want to do is you want to give the title of your blog post the same as your keywords, and then within the body copy of your blog, make sure that you include those keywords as well, at least 3 times. And here's a bonus tip: if you can make one of the 3 times, make that a header. Like part of, there's in the blog you can actually choose like H1, H2, H3. Make it an H2 or H3 header, and what that does is it tells the search engines that you actually are talking about that topic throughout your blog post, because it is a header. So it just gives you just a little bit more SEO juice than if it was just a regular font within your blog post. Okay. All right. So the next tool that I'm going to show you how to use today is the keyword shitter. Sorry to use that word again, but that's what it's called. All right. So keyword shitter, this is what it looks like. Okay. So let's say that you're having a tough time coming up with alternative keywords. So we'll just stick with turkey. So what you do is you're going to type in this big box right here, just some examples of a keyword or keywords that you're looking for. So I'm going to put in turkey roasting, and then you come down here and you click on shit keywords. And you can just let it run for a while. Like I usually let it run until, you know, some of them will run a long time. Like this one looks like it already stopped at 76. Some of them will run into the thousands. I usually stop it around 200 or 300. And all you got to do is when you're happy with what it's done, just click stop job, and it'll stop it from running. And then you can come in here and you can either A, click this download button, which will download all of these keywords for you, or B, you can just kind of scroll through it and look and see some of the keywords that it came up with. And these are actual search terms that people have used in searching for turkey roasting. So you can see there's all kinds of turkey roasting times in a convection oven. So I'm looking for long tail keywords, turkey roasting cheesecloth method. So, you know, if you find something that's really good that you like or you want to blog about, you know, you just copy it, like the cheesecloth method. I would just take that and I would copy it, or I would download it. And then one other tip, if you find a few that you like, you can, what I call, reverse engineer this. So if I like turkey roasting cheesecloth method, I could copy that and I could go back to the keyword planner here. This is back in Google. And I can paste that here. So then let's just leave it at that and then get ideas. And it's loading. Okay, and so I'm going to scroll down, and it kind of gave me some random stuff here, but a lot of times, well, here we go, cooking with cheesecloth, but these are still pretty low. So we want to go down to the hundreds. I'm just paging through here until I get to a higher average monthly. Okay, now I've got the 200. So let's start at the top here. Okay, so it's probably looking for all of these terms, you know, either or. So here's one: how to cook the best turkey for Thanksgiving. But you get the idea. So the whole goal is that when you're stuck and you don't know what keywords to look for, try typing them into this keyword shitter. It'll give you some additional ideas, and then if you want to, you can go in and see how many searches. Like if I put quotes around this, it should give me the exact search. Let's see if we have anybody that actually searched for turkey roasting cheesecloth method. It may not give me the exact search. Oh, it's still loading. Yeah, and this one may just be far too specific for it to give me what I'm looking for. I'll try one more time. No. All right, so it looks like that one's way too specific, but hopefully this gives you some ideas on how to find some really good keywords. So let's just do another one. So if I wanted to just re-click here on keyword shitter. So let's say right now I'm doing keyword research. So I'm looking for, maybe I have somebody out there that is actually looking for training on keyword research. So I'm going to type in the keyword shitter, keyword research, shit keywords, let it go for a little bit here. Okay, it's getting in the 160s, 180s, okay, 200s. I'm going to go ahead and stop the job. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, check this out. How to do keyword research on Google AdWords. That's exactly what I'm teaching about. So if I were going to take this Hangout that I just did, I always record these, I could actually post a blog, give it this title, How to Do Keyword Research on Google AdWords, and now I have a topic that I know people are searching for, because that's how this keyword tool actually finds these different keywords. So pretty cool stuff. So I think that's all I wanted to cover. It's kind of a short hangout today, but to me, this is a really important part of your planning, is finding great keywords that people actually are searching for in order for them to find you. I will give you just a few more tips, and that is reviews are really excellent things that people search for. So if you are getting ready to blog about something, you might look up reviews on, whatever it is you're blogging about. Like if I'm going to blog about karate, I might say reviews on karate uniforms, for example. And then I could do a search and see what are the most popular keywords for reviews on karate uniforms. And then I would do a review, either a video or a blog or both, and target those specific keywords. Another tip that works really well is look for how-tos. I honed in right on this one, how to do keyword research, because a lot of people use the internet, especially YouTube, to find how-to things. So if you can look for keywords that have the word how-to in it, you're going to have much better success at attracting traffic to your blog, to your ad, and to your videos. All right, I'm going to flip it around here, and I'm going to see if I have any questions. Give me just a second. All right, hello again. All right, so I'm going to check really quick. If you have any questions at all about what I've taught you today, go ahead and type that into the chat roll below, and now's the time in which I'll answer it. I'm going through it right now. I see Michelle and Charlene and Richard are there, and we have one mystery viewer I see out there. So hello, whoever you are. So if you have questions, now is the chance. So, while we're waiting for some questions to filter in, I did want to share with you that you can use these for hashtag searches as well. I would not probably use the Google Keyword Planner for that. Rather, I would use Instagram. You can go right into Instagram and do a search for that in order to, to find great hashtags. The sweet spot for hashtags is 30,000 to 100,000 hashtags, like actual posts for that hashtag. If you get over 100,000 posts, typically it's too broad of a hashtag, so you want to narrow that down further. There may be some hashtag research tools. I'm going to do a quick search right now and see what I can find. It looks like there's one that's called Hashatit. It's out here. It's HASHATIT.com, and you can search for any hashtag. So if I type in, let's see, keyword research, I'm just doing this, and I'll tell you what happens. Okay, awesome. So this particular site allows you to search for keywords and see how many keywords have come in for that particular category. So you can just go into Google and search for hashtag research and see what kind of things come up for you. And I am never afraid to try new tools, because I think it's really great if you can find a tool that's going to help you to pinpoint your target market much more effectively. You're always going to have better results that way. All right, I heard my little ding go off. Let's see. Michelle doesn't have any questions. Let's see. Says, oh wait, she does. Do you think it's best to find keyword first, then blog around it, or blog first and then figure into a related keyword phrase? I'm going to say, if you're looking to have like one blog post that really does well in driving traffic to you, I would do keyword research first. So kind of have a topic in mind for what you're planning on blogging about. Then go ahead, go out there, do some keywords, keyword research in the Google Keyword Planner, and see what ones are being searched for. and try again to keep it between the 100 to 600 per month range if you're going to have the most success, and then blog about it. Now, with that said, I don't recommend that you do keyword research for every single blog post. Why? Because number one, you're going to get burnt out. If you do, if you constantly are doing keyword research before you blog, the odds are you're not going to blog every day because it's going to take a lot of time for you to do that. So what I recommend is that you have 1 or 2 a week that you blog about in which you've done keyword research for. And you're going to use those as your traffic drivers to get people to start going to your blog more frequently. And by default, they're going to find some of your other blog posts that you already are writing about, and they're going to get excited about you and start following you. So that's my tip for how you can drive more traffic to you and your business. And if you have other ideas for topics that you'd like to see me cover, feel free to shoot me a message or comment down below. And I'll be happy to put together a training next week for our Down and Dirty at 1:30. So with that, we're going to let you go. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and we'll be in touch. Take care.